Good afternoon to all my viewers. Today, I will introduce to you the book I read. The title of the book I read is The Throne of Fire, authored by Rick Riordan. It is the second book in the series Kane Chronicles. The first book is called The Red Pyramid and the third book is called The Serpent's Shadow. My reason for choosing this book is because of the author. Rick Riordan is a famous writer who wrote the series Percy Jackson and the Olympians. Actually, the first book in the series was adapted into a movie. I chose this book because I am curious about the other novels of Rick Riordan. The story tells about the siblings, Carter Kane and Sadie Kane, who come from a powerful magician family, the Kane family. They are on a quest to awaken the sun god whose name is Ra. According to the story, he is probably the oldest god and also the former king of gods. He must wake up to lead the other gods to defeat the forces of God of Chaos and the snake Apophis. The Kane siblings lead a group of teenagers to find the three parts of the Book of Ra, which is important in the process of awakening Ra. Since I haven't finished the book yet, I will just tell you what happens in chapter 7 to chapter 8. So in the beginning of chapter 7, Sadie visited her grandparents to celebrate her birthday together with them and some of her friends. Upon her arrival, she noticed something strange. Her grandparents' house are strangely quiet and she can find them. And then, she heard a voice calling her, "Welcome home, Sadie Kane." It turns out, her grandparents were possessed by the Egyptian god. Her grandmother was possessed by Nektet, the vulture goddess, and her grandfather was possessed by Babi, the bloody god of Babur. In rising action, they chased Sadie and her friends Liz and Emma, determined to capture them. While running, they meet Anubis, the dog-headed god of minerals and death who helps them. Anubis tells Sadie that she should find a bridge to fight the two gods. But before they go to the bridge, they must pass through an underground train station and a driver will come to get them. The two gods continue to chase Sadie, Liz and Emma all the way to the train station. They meet Bess, the dwarf god who happens to be their driver. In climax, they arrive at the Waterloo Bridge and make a circle of protection magic using a chalk and a statue. This is where Sadie confronts the two gods who manage to catch up to them. Since they make a protection magic, the two gods were unable to attack them as long as they were inside the circle. However, Sadie must still go out of the circle and fight the two beings in order to escape from them. Before she could sacrifice herself, Bess came out of the car wearing his ugly outfit that disgusted the other gods. Bess managed to defeat them, leaving them no choice but to leave the body they possess. In violent action, Sadie's grandparents were saved. Her grandmother fainted while her grandfather regained consciousness. They were thankful to Sadie and also to Bess. Since her grandparents were now safe, Sadie decided that she would continue on her quest. However, she was told that she couldn't bring her friends with her since they were only mortals. So they promised Sadie that they will bring her grandparents back safe. And so, Sadie leaves reluctantly. By the end of chapter 8, on their way, Sadie and Bess were blocked by two people. They are Carter and Waltz. They looked disheveled and breathing heavily. They both had wands ready to attack at any moment, and Bess also asked Sadie if he should attack. It turns out it was just a misunderstanding, and Sadie tells her brother, Carter, that she was finally out of danger, and Bess will be the driver to Russia, where they will find the second part of the Book of Ra. This story relays a message about courage. Courage in the face of adversity, and courage to face your problems and your own responsibility. I can relate this in real life by thinking of the people who are brave enough to be responsible for the decision they make and the consequences of the people who are brave and choose to live despite of the problems they face. I think that it takes a lot of courage. And I also think that it depends to us if we wanted to succeed in the face of challenges or be defeated. So if you are a fan of the fantasy or mythology genre, I recommend you read this book. Of course, if you are going to read it, I suggest you read the first book, which is the Red Pyramid, in order to understand the sequence of events. I also recommend you read the other books, the novels of Rick Riordan, especially his famous series, Percy Jackson and the Olympians. I can assure you that once you finish a novel by Rick Riordan, you will be interested in the topic of mythology, since all of his novels are based on mythology. Most of his novels also delivers a message about bravery, friendship, and love for